Hold up. Yeah.
What's up YouTube and welcome back to Top Tries. This time it's not immediately only about Top Tries, it is a special episode. This time I want to talk about putting money into a mobile game. So in this episode I actually took some of my own money, just like many of you out there, and put it in a mobile game. I put it in Top Drives. So you can see this video and like putting it into any games. If you play Top Drives, if you play Clash Royale, if you play, I don't know, Gardenscapes or Candy Crush or Fortnite. I don't know. You can see wherever you want to see this. However, Top Drives I use as an example for me, because I played on my own very much, and I can kind of like realize, I can figure out very quick if actually money is well spent in that term or if it's not so well spent. So okay, let's first of all look at, for example, in Top Price, where can you actually put money in? So in mobile games, usually you have something you call soft currency, and then you have something you call hard currency. So here on the top corner you see my currency. We only have 2 in Top Price. In some games we have like 5 different ones. I don't know. I played Zoocraft, where you have like you can collect some pearls for some cosmetic items, then you have cash, and you have gold, and then you have something else. I don't know if you ever played some RPG games or like simulation games. I don't know, like Age of Empires or so on. You have different resources, and some are easier to get and some are more difficult. So the ones which are easy to get are so-called soft currency, and then Top Price it is the cash one. Cash you can get very easily by just selling cars. In this game you collect cars and like top trumps. That's kind of like the idea of it. And I could go here and sell this car here on the left, and then I get like 8,000 in cash. The higher the rarity of the car is, and the more upgraded the car is, the more money I do get, and so on. But you don't get gold like this. There's no way of getting gold, and gold is the hard currency in Top Price. Gold you get if you join events. So for example, I go into an event, here are different tournaments, Great Sense C, and then you see my rewards here. And you see wherever I end up at the end of the tournament, I will get gold. So this is just a little like overview about how Top Drives works. And yeah, so now let's check the prices. So it might be very different to many games. I mean, I saw games where you can actually buy stuff for like 200 euros or $200 or whatever. And I'm like, that's a lot. That's really a lot. So in Top Drives, this one is on euros, but let's try to get it a little bit as well on US dollars, which is a bit easier for some people to understand. So we start with 4.5 grand and goes all the way until 800,000. 800,000 is definitely something you can work with, and you can buy a lot of packs with this. Free packs, or you in your game you might be chests or loot packs or whatever. Now, however, I can buy a lot of packs with like 800,000. So, and I did actually invest now some money in the game. And if you invest money in a game, I would always recommend you to not go for the soft currency. So you see, I can actually buy cash, and you see I can buy gold. It might look like very different, because here you see for like 72 euros or like 80 bucks or something, I can get 800,000 in cash. And for like 80 bucks on the same time you get only like 12,750 gold coins. However, since gold is the hard currency, you should always go for that. Go for gold, basically. And I don't know, whatever it is in your game you're playing, if it's Top Price, then you should go for gold. If it's not Top Price, any other game, always go for the hard currency, even though this one seems at the beginning more expensive, because I don't get like here, I don't get like 800,000, I only get like 12,000. However, I would always recommend you go for the hard currency, because the soft currency you can usually get by just grinding a little bit through the game. And if you enjoy a game, why not? You play it more than you play other games. So that about that. And Top Price itself, yeah, you see the maximum amount you can pay here is 70 2 or 80 bucks. And like I said before, there are games which go even beyond that. If you have a game, let me know what's the maximum amount you can invest for buying one thing. I don't mean like multiplayer packs. No, I mean like one thing. What's the maximum amount? Doesn't mean that you invested it. I just want to know. Like here it's like 80 bucks, but there I have seen games with 150 bucks, 200 bucks and further, and I think that's a little bit over the top. I would say so. About the concept of investing money into like a mobile game, there are different opinions about it. I always say myself, if I go and watch, for example, if I go here in Germany and I watch Avengers Endgame, yeah? I go and watch Avengers Endgame in an IMAX. I want to see it in a good quality and stuff like that. So I'm going to at least spend like 20 bucks on the ticket. Just one ticket, yeah? I haven't got anything with this one yet. So that's at least 20 bucks. And in your country, it might be cheaper or might be even more expensive. So 20 bucks on the ticket. And then if I want to have some... I mean, it's a long movie, right? So if I want to have some snacks to it or whatever, I might go up with like 40 bucks or 50 bucks in the end. It's like you got some Coke or you got a beverage and you got popcorn or some nachos and whatever, and you go up, woo! And then you spend like, let's say you spend like 40 bucks, yeah? 40 bucks. However, that's a 3 hours experience in Avengers, or it's a 2 hours experience in some other movies, or 90 minutes or whatever. But that's always like my indicator. You spend money for this, you have one evening where you have fun and you're like, bam. And now is like in some mobile games, however, you can buy something and it goes like poof, just like this. For me, an indicator if it makes sense to buy something is if you can immediately see a good outcome out of it. So for example, what I did now, I invested some cash and bought 6,000 gold coins. That is here, as you can see, 36 euro or 40 bucks, around 40 bucks. And for 40 bucks, you can actually buy, the full game as well. But I say to myself, I didn't pay anything for this game. I know, you can go nuts in the end. You can spend 10,000 bucks on this game if you continuously pay. But I think now and then spending a little bit on a mobile game you really enjoy, where you see the benefit. And now I want to see you in Top-Twice what you can actually get if you go into, sorry about that, if you go into buy cars, you can get different packs. And in those packs you have drop rates. You definitely have drop rates, and there you see what kind of rarities you get. However, I'm telling you, and that's a good thing, because when you get a good card with a good rarity, which happened to me for some times already. Let's check out, for example, the highest class, which is legendary performance, and you see those are my legendary cards. You see I got a few ones of those. There are people who only got one. I got a few ones of those. And some I got in like free packs as well. And so once you get one of the very good cards, you immediately see a good effect of it, a good outcome of it. You immediately see that you in some events you're immediately outperforming yourself. You're way better, and this is something what I enjoy. This is something where I say, okay, to have a chance to have really something which makes a real difference, and not only for like a very short term thing, no, I mean like for a longer term. I know Avengers is like a 3 hours movie, but if I drop another legendary, I'm gonna use that legendary all the time. For example, let's see here, it's very easy in Top-Twice. You can open a legendary, you can open any card, you can flip it around, and then you see for how long I'm owning that, 422 days. How many times did I use that card now? 1055 races and a win ratio of 85%. So you see, this is definitely one of the cards which is worth the money. And to get a card like this, to get it immediately, I would easily spend 10 bucks. No problem. I think many of you guys out there, whatever game you're playing, if you get a legendary card, you would immediately pay for that. But you have a good chance to get it. So those drop rates are not too bad. However, even in Top-Twice, any other game, you should see that you're not getting baited into like buying various packs or whatever. You should see what you're really looking forward to, what you're lacking, and obviously don't just crazily spend money if you got something over and if you want to enjoy that game, why not? So here we have the Driver's Choice Premium Pack, and in this pack you can actually get tons of different things in Top Drives, and so I was really eager to get those babies. So let's see what we get out of this one. Alfa Romeo 146 and a 968 Club Sport Porsche. But yeah, as you can see, that was a pack I had in between already, which I opened. I have 9 more packs left, but we will open those beauties, we will open those babies, and we will see what we can get out of it. So here we go. Now we got enough cash, which we just bought. So here we go. Subaru Leon, GMC Envoy, and Renault Sport Clio 172 competition. Actually, exactly the car which is on the pack. So next we're going on Lancia Beta, Nissan Pulsar, Fiat Strada Abarth, Ford Focus ST, and yes, a Mini John Cooper Works. Finally another ultra rare, which is the 3rd highest class in Top Drives. Peugeot 3008, Nissan Note, Jaguar C-Type, Fiat Punto, and a BMW M3. A beautiful model, though, a beautiful model, but I don't really need it. DS5, Renault Sport Twingo, Mazda MX-5, KTM 7270, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going in with an Audi Quattro 20V. So far, we got finally that ultra rare, which I was looking forward to. Been a while. But we didn't get anything yet what we would definitely keep. So, well, we still got some gold. We're trying to get those babies out of there. Okay, let's actually see what we could get. I mean, driver's choice wise. But before we do that, first quick. Let's drop him here. Finally, I can work on that baby. Confirm the fuse. My Audi S6 Avant. One of those cars which I got in was it in a free pack? I think so. I don't know. Was Nissan Pulsar, Renault 5 GT Turbo, Subaru Legacy, and another Renault Sport Clio. Seems like we have a new French pack. Here, it's the Driver's Choice pack. The Clio army is back. Dodge Dakota, Vauxhall Astra, Porsche 968. We started with this one, and we're going with another Honda S2000. Let's sell a little bit. Okay. And now let's driver's choice. Let's actually see what we currently have. I mean, the Caterham Superlight, obviously. That's an amazing ride. 911 GT3 RS, an amazing Porsche as well. Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. The rest, what we have so far, isn't like that amazing. Like I said, the Porsche is amazing, and the KTM Superlight, those cars I wouldn't mind at all. McLaren, here we have some. Now we have the 720S and an amazing ride. I need this. The F1 LM is a driver's choice car as well. Based on the car tags, you can see what could be in the pack. I think Bugatti, no, there's nothing. No driver's choice from Bugatti, fortunately. Audi, nah, not really. But Caterham, yeah. So we got the 7620R. We got the Superlight. The 7420, another one. Oh, we got a couple of babies here we could definitely drop. While I think the McLaren is like one of the biggest drops in this one. Mazda 2, Citroen C3, Peugeot, GTO Judge, and a Honda Integra Type R. Beautiful car, but not really useful at the moment. DS5, Citroen C3, Mitsubishi Grandes, Mercedes-Benz, and another M3. Another of those beauties, but not useful, not useful. So the last pack of the day, ladies and gentlemen. The Colt, the Elan, the Focus, the MX-5, and another Clio. So that's definitely one of those French packs. So we spent now 40 bucks on this one. I wouldn't say this was the best pack we could open at the moment. There are better packs. So if you spend money, I would recommend you to go for carbon fiber packs. There are many times carbon fiber packs together with slots. They come now and then. Those packs are worth the gold, because first of all, you at least get an ultra rare, and second of all, many times those slots babies, which you need in order, the more slots you have, the bigger your garage can be, the more you can actually partake in so many different events. You can fuse cars, you can keep cars, and so on. So that's why I think those slot carbon fiber deals are one of the best things you can definitely get in Top Drive. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. That was a little bit different, but I still think you enjoyed it. Wish you a wonderful day, and bye bye.